Hello everyone, welcome to Business Core Tutoring. I'm Devon Coombs, and today I will be discussing goal setting and specifically SMART goals. So how to set SMART goals. So let's start it off. Goal setting is extremely important to every aspect of life. I have a friend and he is very adamant about setting goals. I used to not set goals for myself, and this friend of mine, who is also my mentor, he told me that he carries around a list of his goals, and he showed me the list. And this person is very successful. He owns his own home. He started owning it before he was 25. He's married. He's successful in his career. And he's just a very good person. So I thought, there must be something to this goal setting. So he told me some of his tips, and then I researched it further, and that's going to be in this video. It can help your personal life. So your health, your personal wealth, all can be better by setting goals. So we're going to go into that. Your career, by educating yourself further, by setting educational goals or setting career goals for yourself, you could further your career, which will then help your personal life and help your relationships. Your relationships can be developed through goal setting. That could be friendships, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives. All of those can be better through goal setting. You can work on goals together. You can set weekly meetings, even with family. Or you could, if you are in a relationship, you could set financial goals for yourself so you have more financial stability. So goal setting is just great for every aspect of life. It's also important to note that businesses participate in goal setting to an extreme level. All businesses have to be profitable for their shareholders or for whoever runs the business. And to reach that profitability, they continuously set goals for themselves, short-term, medium-term, and long-term. And this goal-setting model will be very useful for you if you run a business. I believe that the sooner you practice good goal setting, the better. I'd recommend, if you aren't setting goals right now in a structured way, start doing it today. If you are, follow this model. You may be able to pick up some things that will really help you out. I think it's a very good model, and I've done a lot of research on this. So let's talk about the SMART goal model. There's a lot of different ways that people spell out SMART, word it out with the acronym, but I'm choosing my favorite way today. So S stands for specific, M is measurable, A is attainable. This is different for other models, but I like attainable. R is relevant. It's different for other models, but I like relevant a lot. And then T is timely. So any good goal should follow this model. It should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So I'm going to go one by one on this acronym. So we'll start with specific. So specific goals are much more likely to be attained. If you set a specific goal, you can visualize that goal. I remember I used to not set goals that much, and then one day after I met my mentor who told me about goal setting, I started really setting goals for myself. And I was amazed by, after I set the goal, like, I'm going to lose 5 pounds this week, or 5 pounds this month. In a week, that would be impressive, but this month, or I'm going to save $1,000 a month, or I am going to finish this project in this certain amount of time. I did it, and then looking back, setting that goal and having that for myself, that specific goal with a time frame and knowing exactly what I'd have done, really helped me accomplish that goal. It helped me visualize it and become part of my life. So you have to answer who. Who is going to help you? Is it just yourself, or are you going to have people in your relationships, or are you going to have your family, or is it going to be a friend? So who is going to help you accomplish this goal? Where is this goal going to be accomplished? Are you going to accomplish it at the gym if you're losing weight? Are you going to accomplish it at work or by picking up other clients? You have to the more specific, the better. What is your goal? I think that's pretty on its face right there. You just have to know exactly what you want. Is it losing weight? Is it saving money? Is it making more friends? When will you accomplish the goal by? And we'll go into this more when we talk about timeliness. But you should know exactly when you want to accomplish this goal by. And why are you accomplishing the goal? Having a motive for the goal is extremely important. Do you want to be in better shape? Do you think you don't have a lot of friends and you want to make more friends? Would you like more financial stability? I think this why is extremely important because you need that motivation, and this is where your motivation comes from. And then how? What are the actual steps you're going to take to accomplish the goal? So I can say, what is the goal? Well, I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of next month. Well, how are you going to accomplish that? Are you going to run? Are you going to swim? Are you going to eat less? There's a million things you can do to accomplish this goal. So write down exactly how you are going to accomplish your specific goal. So if you have all of this listed out, you'll be able to visualize your goal better and will be that much closer to accomplishing your goal. Measurable, M. So you must be able to measure your goal to be successful. There's a common saying that if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. If you do not know what you're trying to accomplish or have a set goal for yourself that's immeasurable, you won't know if you've accomplished it. So just like losing weight, if I don't set that 5 pounds and then weigh myself in the end of the month or the end of the week, then I won't know if I've accomplished my goal. So it was pointless. It doesn't matter if I actually lost weight. I don't know if I've accomplished my goal. You need to measure yourself at the beginning, measure yourself at the end. If you don't measure it, you can't manage it. So talking about measurement, weight, I will lose 10 pounds in 1 month. That's measurable. I can weigh myself today. I can weigh myself in 1 month. I will save $1,000 every month. Measurable. I can see my bank account this month and at the end of next month and see if I saved $1,000. Projects. I will finish 1 project a week. You can see, like these videos, I try to do a video a day. If I don't make a video in a day, I know that I didn't make that video because I had that set goal. Exercise. I will exercise 1 hour a day. This is too broad, but at least it's measurable. You're doing it for 1 hour. You can put on a timer and do exercise. If you want to be more specific, what type of exercise? Where will you do the exercise? How will you get there? It's important to make it as specific as possible, and measurable. Next, achievable. This is a really interesting one, and I struggled with this for a long time, especially with my organization. So again, you can set goals for your organization, for your business, for yourself, for your relationship, for anything. So this is why it's such a great thing. But I used to set very unachievable goals. I would try to set goals very high to motivate people, and I didn't realize how detrimental that is to the human psyche. So we'll go over that. But is it possible to reach your goal? Like when I had my organization, when the Business Honors Association became president, I told everyone I want us to have 200 members when previously we had 60. Although this motivated people, it was an unrealistic goal. I wanted to increase membership by over 200%. It just wasn't going to happen. So I actually upset some people in the organization because they felt like they weren't able to accomplish the goal. So make a possible, an attainable goal. But you want it to be challenging. You don't want to set what you accomplished previously. If you do $1,000 a month, you might want to up it every month. So you make it challenging for yourself so you're actually growing. So you have to find this nice little middle ground of achievability. So setting unattainable goals can discourage you or those in your organization. Just like I said, I discouraged people in my organization by setting unachievable goals. You can discourage yourself. If you say, I want to lose 20 pounds a month, that's too much. It's unhealthy. You might not be able to attain that, and then once you don't attain it, you're going to feel bad about yourself and maybe eat more or feel like this isn't for you. So set attainable goals. Challenging but attainable. Setting goals that are too easy can lower one's motivation. So if I set a goal, if you make $5,000 a month and you set a goal, I'll save $100 a month, what's the point of the goal? You aren't really accomplishing anything there, and you aren't growing. So you can't set goals that are too low, or else you're just not challenging yourself. It'll lower your motivation to goal set, and it's just not, there's no point to it. So you need to set something challenging that you will feel accomplished by finishing. Examples. Say you make a good amount of money, like $60,000 a year. You can say, I will save $1,000 every month. This might be too easy. If it's just you and you're making $60,000 a year, maybe this is just too low of a number. It's not really challenging. You can do it without thinking about it, and then you'll just eventually forget about the goal. It'll lower your motivation, and you won't grow. Saving $2,000 every month, this could be pretty challenging, especially I'm living in Los Angeles, so saving that much money with the cost of living and taxes is just absolutely insane. So I think this is a good goal. It's challenging. It would require you not to go out too much, but it's still like a good, reasonable goal, just challenging enough. Or then if you said, I want to save all of my money, I'm going to live in a cardboard box, or I'm going to live with my parents and not spend any money at all, this is too challenging. It's not going to help you grow. It's not a realistic goal. And it could be discouraging to your goal-setting abilities when you're not reaching your goal. So I wouldn't recommend this. I'd recommend the second one. So don't do the first one or the third one. You want to find the middle ground. Let's talk about making relevant goals. I love our being relevant. So you have to ask yourself, does your goal fit in with your other goals or your long-term goals? This is so important. I have tons of mentees who come up to me and ask me to help them set goals and to help them figure out their life plan. And I first just sit down with them and say, tell me where you see yourself in 20 years or 10 years. And a lot of the time they tell me, oh, I want to have a family and I want to be financially stable. And some people tell me I want to own my own business. And I ask them, okay, what is your short-term goals? And they give me a list of short-term goals. And a lot of them have nothing to do with their long-term goals. And if they have nothing to do with your long-term goals, they aren't relevant. They aren't going to help you accomplish that dream of yours. So cut them out. Don't do things that are going to not help you with your long-term goals. You have to be consistent. What is great about human beings is our ability to think of things through, make plans, achieve them through consistency. And if we aren't consistent in our goals, we're not going to accomplish them. So your short-term goals should help you accomplish your long-term plans. That's the whole point of short-term goals. If I want to be a musician and I am working at a restaurant and have a night job and not practicing music every single day, I will never achieve my long-term plan. If I want to be financially stable and I'm going out and drinking every single night or hanging out with friends every single night and not improving myself or going to college, I'm not going to achieve my long-term plan. You need to have your short-term goals to match your long-term plan. So I think this is very similar to positioning theory in business, that you want to position your business around itself. You want to develop a niche and then make sure that all of your business activities help you towards your long-term goal. Human beings need to do this too. People need to do this. They need to make sure everything they're doing in their life, their values, their goals, all reach towards their long-term plan. So it's very important, and I'm going to make a video eventually about positioning theory. So again, relevancy was really important. I want to go into an example of making relevant goals. So let's say your long-term goal is pretty standard. You want to attain financial stability, own a home, get a good job, and start a family while maintaining health. And then we can put a timeline on it, make it more specific, but this is just a general long-term goal. Let's look at some goals that would make sense for this long-term goal. Let's say you have the goal of getting a college degree. Does this make sense? Yes, it will help you attain financial stability. It will help you own a home. It will help you get a good job, which will then probably help you start a family. So yeah, I would say this is a good medium-term goal. Short-term goal, I will save $2,000 a month. Again, a good goal. It will help you attain financial stability, own a home, and get a good job, and start a family. I will lose 5 pounds a month until I am a healthy weight, let's say 160 pounds for me. That doesn't help with this first stuff, but it helps with maintaining health. So this is still a good goal because it's part of your long-term plan. Then, this is one of my favorite ones. I have tons of friends who want to own fancy cars or own like fancy technology, and it's nice, and I get that everyone wants their toys, but it doesn't fit in with your goals. A lot of people, it really doesn't fit in with their goals. Like, let's say you want to own a 2015 Lamborghini that costs $500,000, and that's a medium-term goal of yours. Like, by the time I'm 35, I want to own this fancy car. This doesn't fit into your goals. This does not fit into your plan. You should not have a goal like this. It's important to reward yourself, and I'll get into that, but you shouldn't have these goals that don't fit into your long-term plans. They're going to mess with your head, and they are inconsistent with your values. So be careful about setting goals that aren't consistent with your long-term plan. So time-based, this is the end. So time-based goals, extremely important. You want to set target dates for each goal. You want to be able to look on your calendar, get a pop-up notification. You were supposed to have lost 5 pounds by today. Did you save your $1,000? Have you gotten your college degree? Have you purchased your home? You want a reminder to either motivate you or so you feel good about yourself. If you are close to getting your home and you get that reminder, you say, okay, I need to get on top of this. Or if you get it and you say, oh my God, I didn't exercise at all this month, then it reminds you that you have this goal, that the past version of yourself really wanted this for you, and you might be motivated again to try to accomplish the goal. So set target dates. They help you measure success. If you don't have a target date, you can always push it back. When I owned a recording studio, I had this huge issue with one of the bands I was working with where we'd keep pushing back the date that we would release an album. And it eventually got pushed back 5 or 6 months, and it's because we didn't have a target date, and that winds up wasting a lot of money and a lot of time, and becomes very discouraging, and you actually lose productivity when you don't have a good target date. So make sure you measure success with a good target date. I love Google Calendars. As if you put your goal in a calendar and then you get a little reminder 6 months later or 1 month later, it's really useful, and you can honestly just set them. I set them every week. I look at my calendar and I set my goals along with my schedule. So I think it's really important just to put in a calendar. I like Google Calendar. Check your calendar regularly to see if you've accomplished your goals. So have your notification. Have it remind you, hey, are you staying on track with your weight loss? Are you staying on track with your finances? Are you saving money towards that home? I think this is extremely helpful. So that was all of it. We're talking about S.M.A.R.T here. So we went all over our entire S.M.A.R.T goal structure. Hope it was helpful. Let's go over a little bit of a review. So when you're done setting all of your S.M.A.R.T goals, make sure you reevaluate your goals continuously at set times. So if they're really short-term goals, at the end of the week, just talk by yourself or with a partner or with a friend about your goals for the next week. At the end of the month, set your monthly goals, and at the end of the year, set your yearly goals or your long-term plan. Make sure everything's in order. I have a piece of paper on my wall that has all of my long-term goals and when I want them by, 2015, 16, 17, and so on and so forth. And I reevaluate those at the end of the year, at the end of every few months, along with my short-term goals. Reevaluate your goals because your plan will change, and it's okay if your plan changes, but you want to make sure your short-term goals are in line with that plan. Reward yourself for the goals you accomplish. I know that my fiance and I, we take ourselves out to dinner, to a nice dinner at the end of every month if we've accomplished all our goals, financial goals and health goals. If we haven't, then we won't go out, and that's something I look forward to, having a nice little date night. If you do reach a goal, maybe you can buy yourself something nice. Maybe if you're saving a lot of money, maybe put 10% of it away towards a car, but do reward yourself. Keep refining your goals even if you do not accomplish them. There's tons of times people don't accomplish their goals. I wanted to run a marathon, and my knees weren't good enough. I could go about 13 miles, and then my knees would just give out, and I couldn't run, or even I'd have trouble walking the next few days. So that was unfortunate, but I was able to refine my goals. I changed to doing jiu-jitsu and boxing. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes things aren't attainable. If they aren't attainable, just refine them. Remember why you started the goal in the first place, and make a new goal. That's completely okay. And then lastly, always make sure your goals are consistent with your values and your long-term plan. Again, I've seen this in so many people. If you do not make sure there's this consistency, things can get strange and you won't accomplish your goals or your long-term plan. It will just go haywire. Tons of people come up to me and say, I want to own my own business, so I'm going to work at an accounting firm. And I'm like, well, does that make sense? You should work in the industry that you want to get start your own business in. You want to get that experience, so reevaluate your goals to your long-term plan. So I think that's extremely important. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it helps you make smart, attainable, great goals. If you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments below. Please subscribe to Business Core Tutoring if you'd like to see more content like this. I also do tutoring videos for accounting, statistics, and finance, along with lowering college debt videos and lots of other videos. But also, feel free to contact me if you'd like any videos regarding any subject whatsoever. I love making these videos and I love helping people out. So feel free to reach out to me anytime, either in the comments below or on my Twitter, and subscribe for more information. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.